Okay, that's very wonderful. Hi, everybody listening to me. Very grateful uh, to be sharing something with you at this particular moment. It's a factor to say, peace be upon you, because you have taken your time, you have sacrificed everything to listen to me. In this video, we are going to be sharing something very simple. And what we are going to be sharing about is all about the questioning tags. We need to know what is a question tag. A question tag is a short question that comes after a statement. In simple terms, it is intended to determine whether the listener is agreeing with the speaker. So in this case, we use an auxiliary verb. Sometimes we call it helping verb in order to make or to form a question. That's a questioning tag. So we are going to look at what we call basic rules. Basic rules that govern question tags. We have some rules that can be used when we are dealing with a questioning tag. For example, we find out that when you are talking or making a statement and it is in positive form, it means that when you are forming a question tag, you have to use a negative question tag. So for that matter, therefore, we say that a positive statement will always match with a negative questioning tag and vice versa. So it means that when the statement is negative, the question tag is going to be positive. So we need to find out that when the statement is positive, the question tag must be negative. And remember, I have told you that we use helping verbs or auxiliary verb when we are formulating a questioning tag. We are going to look at those examples of the auxiliary verbs that are commonly used. So we can also look at question must begin with an auxiliary verb. If at all you are formulating a questioning tag, you must begin with an auxiliary verb. So auxiliary verb is used when you are talking or you are formulating a questioning tag. This implies that when you use an auxiliary verb to ask a question, the answer tag must be a yes or no, which means you have also to answer in a yes or no, which means you have to be very brief and precise, as the statement says. Questioning tag, it is a statement which is very short and brief. For example, I can say, he is going to school. Now the statement is positive, and we are using a helping verb or auxiliary verb, which is. So when we are formulating a question tag, we are going to use a helping verb, which is, and we have to make it into a negative form. So is in its negative form is going to be is it not. If at all it is not, we have to shorten it and make it isn't, and it becomes isn't he. Another statement is that a negative auxiliary verb or a negative question tag must be in. A negative question tag should be in a short form. For example, if at all you are writing the word is not as our question tag, this statement is a long expression of the word isn't he. So every time we are formulating a question tag, we must ensure that when the question tag is negative, we must write it in a short form. So for that matter, therefore, without wasting much time, let us try to look at commonly used auxiliary verbs, and we see how best we can make use of them when we are formulating question tags. So here we are having commonly used auxiliary verbs, the ones we call helping verbs. They are used to help in the construction of sentences. We have is, we have was, were, has, have, had, will, shall, can, would, should, ought, do, does, and then we have did. Possibly there might be others that I have left, but if at all you discover that it's also an auxiliary verb which can also be used. So let us try to look at a quick example. As we say that it is a short statement or a short question that comes after a statement, we have to look at what exactly we are trying to mean. We look at a quick example. He is a boy. He is a boy. Obviously, we see that the helping verb which has been used is, and the statement is in a possible way. But it looks very simple when you first of all change this sentence in your mind into negative. That's when you get it easy for you to get the helping verb in its negative form. For example, the sentence "he is a boy" can be changed into a negative as "he is not a boy." So we have already included the word "not a boy." When we are giving a question tag, therefore, we are going to use the statement "is not." So our statement is not is the one we are going to use, since we say that we have to pick out what we call the helping verb. And if the statement is positive, it means that the question is going to be negative, the question tag. So this one is going to form a question. Since it is beginning with is not, we are going to add he, which means is the pronoun, subject pronoun, which has been used in the construction of the sentence. Therefore, this one can be put is not he, but it sounds very not correct when we say is not he. Instead, we do a short form, as I told you earlier on, that we have to make this one into a short form. And the short form of the word is not is supposed to be isn't. So this one becomes very interesting when you are expressing it. So the word is not the is going to be written as the isn't he. Why are we using he? Because it is the subject pronoun which has been used in the statement. He is a boy, isn't he? So that is a questioning tag. We have changed the statement. We have made the tag to become a negative. So for that matter, therefore, we can find out that we are having the words like we are going to school. We are going to school. We are going to school. So when we want to give a question tag, we are going to look at it. We are going to look at it, the subject pronoun that has been used in the statement. We look at the helping verb that has been used in the statement, because they are the major things which are required. Possibly, lastly, the nature of the sentence. Is it in positive or negative? If at all it is in positive, we have to ensure that our question tag is in a negative form. Let us try to analyze. Subject pronoun which has been used is he. And the helping verb or auxiliary verb that has been used is am. Making it into a negative. We are going to change this one. It's going to become not. Not. And then we use a subject pronoun which has been used, which is we. Lastly, we put our question mark. Then from there, we find out that we want to make this one to become a short. And the short form of the word are not is orange. So when we say we are going to school, the question tag that comes, aren't we? It means that we want to see, is that person listening to me, with me? Is he agreeing with me? Or is not agreeing with me? We are going to school, aren't we? Obviously, since it is a question tag, it has to give also an answer tag, which is supposed to be yes, we are. Or it can be no, we aren't. This implies that we have our two answers for the question. The first one is complying. The first one is disagreeing. So this for this matter, therefore, if at all this person says yes, it is satisfactory. It's correct. If this person says no, it's also correct, because the statement is a question tag. So we must use the shortest possible answer tag. When we are dealing with what we call questioning tags, we have to give answer tags. We come to other examples. Let us try to look at it with. John will not go to the market. Now, when we look at this one, we are having John as a noun. We are having will not. which is a negative form of will not, which implies that the statement is in a negative. So we have to look for a positive question tag. So this one is going to be simple. Since they have used the helping verb will, it means that we are going to use will. And then the subject pronoun of John, John being a boy or a man, we change we give the subject pronoun for a male sex. So it's going to be John will not go to the market. Will he? Yes or no? So we see that some things are just moving systematically. Similarly, we have another short form of the word will not in case the statement is in positive. Like they will eat fish. So this one is going to call for a helping verb, which is will. In negative, it's going to be will not. In short form, it becomes won't. This implies that we have to come back and look at what we call the subject pronoun, which is then. After completing that phrase, you come and put your question mark. Since it has begun with an auxiliary verb, the answer must be yes or no. And it must be as brief as possible. For that matter, therefore, this is what we call use of question tags. We have very many others. For example, shall. In its negative form, it's going to be shall not. In its short form, it's going to be shan't. So you have to be in position to identify some of these things. Let us look at what we call some of the challenging question tags. Some of the challenging question tags are the ones whereby the helping verb is not directly given. For example, when we say, he goes to USA. He goes to USA. Now, it's very hard for you to identify the helping verb which has been used here. If at all you are not in position to change this sentence into negative. So this one to be changed into negative, in simple terms, is going to be he does not go to USA. He does not go to USA. So after changing it into negative, we shall be in position to identify the helping verb which has been used and which is it does. Therefore, for this matter, therefore, we are going to bring in our question tag as it doesn't. Doesn't he? That's how we derive the helping verb which has been hidden, which means that this one is a present simple tense. Look at another example. You played football. You played football. Now that one means that it is a past tense. If at all you want to get the helping verb which has been used, you must be in position at least to change this one into negative. When you change it into negative, you will automatically get the helping verb which has been used. For example, this one, he played football, becomes it, he did not, or you did not play football. You did not play football, which means that the helping verb which has been used is did not, which implies that we have to use did not, and did not in its set form is going to be didn't. So this one is just to guide you. It's not required when you are dealing with what we call, or when you are giving question back. It's just to help you get the helping verb which has been used. In this case, we have also another one which is very common, and it is a big further. Simply because we are talking about plural subject pronoun, it means that when we are putting this one into negative, it's going to be they don't drink it soda. So the helping verb which has been used is do. So here it becomes it. These are some of the technical uh, areas whereby you find most people finding difficulty in writing what we call the questioning tag. Others are very simple when you follow the principle that if authority is would in has been used in the statement, the question tag is going to be wouldn't. If authority have used the word ought, you ought to go to school. Oughtn't you? Very simple. Aye. We are continuing and summarizing. So as we are summarizing, there are also some other confusing question types. For example, it is impossible to walk on water. It is impossible to walk on water. Now, when we look at this statement, it is almost having some sort of positive, it's having some sort of negative, so it becomes very hard for you to make a proper decision. So what you do, as I told you that you turn that statement into negative, that's when you can be in position to identify whether it is in a positive or it is in a negative. Look at this one. It is impossible. When you turn it into negative, it becomes it is possible. statement alone implies that the statement here is negative. Because of the word impossible is the same as the not possible. So it is having some negativity in it, even though it has not been reflected in here. So this question tag is gonna be it. So that is it. What we call questioning tags. You have to follow the principles that are always used when you are dealing with the questioning tags. For that matter, therefore, I would like to thank you for watching me. I believe that we shall meet another time. Thank you. Thank you very much. I salute you. May the Lord, may the Almighty Father bless you abundantly.